Very cool.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to start out this episode talking about pornography. So if you're the first time listener to this show, trust me, this is not usually how we start. But
we usually wait until 30 minutes in to get into the deep penetration.
We have a whole porn category.
Segment.
We were just talking about MILFs, and I got to say, one of the porn stars that has created some of the best content, who I personally would consider a top 3, top 5 favorite of mine, is Kendra Lust. I just want to say shout out to Kendra Lust. Shout out to you. You have created some incredible work. I just want to let you know. You have spanned so many different directors and producers and
occupations.
Tony's like so you're so versatile. All the different types of porn you do. I just want to let you know I'm a big fan, and I would have sex with you, and that's all I want to say. So
that's
open invitation,
say, Your Honor.
Open invitation to have sex with me, Connor.
She's both hot. Big boob and big butt.
You guys don't know Kendra Lust? I mean, that's like.
I mean,
for me, it's like some of the top ever are like Kendra Lust. You know, you got Lisa Ann, Rachel Starr. You got Sarah J. These are the heavy hitters. Gianna Michaels. These are some of the finest porn stars that have ever graced the game. So I just want to say that. We don't have to get graphic. Gentlemen, you can go look that up. Of just the names I mentioned,
you have to send me that list later after the show.
You have weeks of content to enjoy just from that. Tony, clearly, it's recorded. You can literally just go back to the show and listen to it.
Me. Will you write that? Yeah.
Can we put that in the show notes just so we have like a physical representation?
Could you facsimile that over?
I don't want to wait for you to edit it.
Can you airdrop that to me?
Could you send me a facsimile of that? Did you know that fax machine means facsimile machine?
I didn't know that. I thought it was an acronym for
fucking awesome
fat ass
xylophones. Yeah, fat ass xylophones. That's so funny. We don't know any word with X in it.
X-Men.
Xylophone.
Xylophones.
Xylophone.
Fat ass
the only word, I think.
Zabulba.
Yeah.
Zabulba.
Bada food. What do you say then? Food.
Oh my god.
I'm being the boon choice.
Papa dookie boo boo.
Stinky boo boo dookie.
Drive the potty poo poo racer.
They really get away with basically doing an African guy voice in a lot of ways in the prequel movies.
Yeah.
And what's the other guy? I'm a Bulgarian. My dick don't work on me.
I'm a Seminamaria. That doesn't work on me.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. And by the way, Qui-Gon Jinn is a nutcase. That dude bet so much. Yeah. He bet the Queen's own ship on that pod racing game and bet the boy's life. Like
didn't he force move the fucking dice though?
He did. He didn't even play fair.
Yeah. He's like, heater.
Fuck you. He's like, suck my dick. He's like, that's the only reason I agreed to this. Suck my dick.
Fuck your mom.
Yeah, fuck you. But yeah. I'm gonna like you're gonna crash and die, Annie. It's like, why are the kids like so eager for this kid to fuck up?
Yeah. Pod racing is so much more fun when you don't have an annoying bitch in your ear telling you that you're gonna crash.
Facts. Yeah. Pod racing is pod racing's way more enjoyable. You don't have a bitch in your ear telling you how dangerous it is. You don't got a bitch mom in your ear telling you it's dangerous.
It's like Anakin, your thrusters are broken. Shut up, bitch. Like just straight up, just that kid. Who played young Anakin?
Jake Lloyd. It was
okay, yeah. So like just 10-year-old Jake Lloyd just telling Natalie Portman, "Shut up, bitch."
Although that's not his mom. His mom is played by like Schmegma Schmally or whatever. Schmegma. Shmee Skywalker. Her name is Shmee Skywalker. Schmegma Skywalker.
Schmegma Skywalker.
That's what they should have changed her name to. Schmegma Skywalker.
But I watched a little bit of Attack of the Clones, and I forgot how much I forgot of that movie. Like when he goes to like rescue his mom from the
Oh, how
Tuscan
could you
Raiders
forget?
and shit.
That's
It's just
like
been
what I
forever
couldn't even tell you.
since I seen it. You know, I was like, damn, I totally forgot the flow of this whole movie. Like, he does that, and then they go to that droid factory, and they're like rolling around, and then they get captured, and then they get thrown in the gladiator ring. And
Yeah,
I mean, that
and
whole
the metal
movie is-
puts some piece over his arm that's just the exact size of his arm. And he's
oh
fine,
yeah,
'cause
right.
he's a droid.
Yeah, that didn't make any. Yeah, it's like
And
smashes his
R2D2 has
arm.
jets. Apparently, can just get anywhere with
Right.
jets.
Of course.
This is new information.
Mm-hmm.
That is never once used. In the numerous times it would probably be useful in the later series, or
Right.
the original series. But yeah, I really like about the first 45. Basically before Anakin gets like, he starts tracking down his mom and all. That's when it starts to lag a little bit. Though I do like that part, but the first 45 minutes where it starts with, the bombing attack and then they meet on Coruscant. I love Coruscant too. I love the third one a lot because it takes place a lot on Coruscant. I just like
Is that the
vibe.
rainy place?
No, that's Camino. Coruscant's the city world.
The whole city, the whole
Jedi.
planet's one city.
Coruscant's
Yeah,
okay.
it's like the capital of the Republic.
Got you. Yeah, that the fucking big walls and the orb chairs. Whenever the Jedi councils just fucking.
Well, in that first scene in Attack of the Clones where they chase after the robot that tried to kill Padme, and they just start going like flying around Coruscant at night. I was like, "This is sick."
No, and they send in those worms to fucking like kill her. I mean, it doesn't really make sense why. You
and they chase the bounty
room,
hunter to the bar, and then Ben Kenobi or Obi-Wan basically does what Ben Kenobi does in episode 4. Like he slices the girl's arm off.
Right. And then the
guy's like, it's like a cantina scene.
He's like, you want to buy some death sticks? And he's like, you don't want
the guy who said you want to buy some death sticks played the lady in the red dress guy from The Matrix. The little guy from The Matrix. He's like, you like the lady in the red dress?
Oh,
are you guys not nerds? Do you not know these references?
No, I'm just trying to remember that fucking guy.
I need to get new co-hosts. I don't know what I'm doing. Just kidding. We're all 3 individually equal co-hosts.
It makes you wonder why the assassin like sent in little worms instead of just like chucking a grenade into her room. Like he blew up her ship.
Just toss 2 C4s. Right click.
Yeah, he's just like explosions won't work. I guess.
Yeah,
he's go with the worm strategy.
He's just crouching, just getting hit markers on Padme through the window. She's like, she's down. She's like
down.
she's trying to heal herself. I'm knocked. Tony, shut the fuck up real quick.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my bad. Go on.
I forgot something.
What is it?
Okay.
What did you forget, though?
Okay.
I forgot to introduce the podcast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm mad.
How long have we been doing?
Why did Zoom just
20?
ask me if I was playing music?
Well, because my voice is music.
No, it happened right after I growled.
Oh.
Are you listening to DMX?
Yeah, are you listening to David Draymond live on Loudwire? This is David Draymond from Disturbed, and you're watching Loudwire. Y'all, it is crappily, your Monday morning, October 18th, 2021. Welcome back to your favorite podcast, another episode of Woke and Boke.
Rah.
That's right, baby. We're here again. We're back on that first thing Monday morning sketchy. No traveling for the moment, so you're getting this beefy and hot right in the morning to start your week off right. And it's gonna be a nice episode. Strap in. Hopefully your Mondays is going chill already. We're here to make it a little bit of a vibe. If you need to take a walk, do something to kind of like reset. Maybe you after a nice workout, you to walk around, listen to this, cool out, get ready for the week. We're here for you. I am personally Connor Boyd. I'm one of your hosts. I'm going to start changing the verbiage of this because I says I am your host. I am one of your hosts, but
switch it up.
I'm your host. And you may know me from TikTok. You may know me from Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Which, by the way, I'm getting stressed out by my social media accounts because I know I don't really do. I don't experience the worst of it because a lot of people just get their shit deleted all the time. But I've been getting hit with strikes on TikTok, 2 consecutive week-long bans. So if you follow me there, follow me on Instagram because I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. And then on Instagram, I posted something saying I would kick someone into the tracks if they were dancing like that on a subway platform, which I think is fair.
Yeah.
And they took it down because it was a threat. So, and they were like, you said this, and then you also said you wanted to kill yourself in March, and those 2 things make us now have to tell you your account could get deleted, so be careful. And I'm like,
it's the worst stuff on the whole platform.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're poisoning young minds.
Yeah. So that's how cancel culture really works, folks. Dave Chappelle can do whatever he wants, and then we can't even jokingly say we want to kill ourselves. So that's how the world works. Anyways, I'm always joined by my best friends from the great gateway to the west, St. Louis, Missouri. First, we have Monsieur Maxence on the show. Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What's up, gamers?
This is my favorite time of the week. Welcome back. How are you feeling, Max? Are you happy to be back in the Woke and Boke?
I'm happy to be back in the universe, back in the Woke and Boke ether universe.
I tell you, I look forward to these recordings more and more every week.
Me as well.
I have to say, we're in the zone, especially when we got like a nice breezy day. We're not in a rush. You know, we're doing our dizzle.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I really like.
It's crazy.
Oh, really? With Dave Mustaine.
Yeah, meet Dave and the boys. Me, Dave and the boys are gonna fucking represent. Continue.
So. But with your with Fever Dream.
Yes, sir.
Right? Wow, that's beast.
Yes,
Where at? Red Flag or
Sinkhole?
Sinkhole. One of my favorite holes, a sinkhole. We're also joined by the illustrious, the illuminary, the magnificent, malicious man, Tony motherfucking Hair Up is here.
Yo, what up, chuckle fuck?
Well, I'm not a chuckle fuck, so I don't really approve of that characterization.
It is,
I don't fuck chuckles. I don't even know how you do that.
No, you are.
Although someone did use the term chuckle fucker recently to describe women who sleep with comedians. Very interesting.
Oh, well, that actually.
I would be interested in that.
I mean,
a good term.
Semantically,
that's a good term.
Could work.
I think there's nothing wrong with that or that lifestyle. Personally,
no, not at all.
Do what makes you happy. Fuck.
Do what makes you happy and do it a lot.
I'm just talking semantics.
Like, do it to excess.
Strictly grammatical.
Do it to excess. Don't even be moderate about it.
Yeah.
Every week we get together to catch up in the latest in video games, current events, movies, music, manga, anime. Throwing that in there. I'm going to just start throwing that in there. And more. You can join our Discord if you want to be part of the community. We have like close to 200 Woken Bokers over there. We drop a notification in the group, in the general chat every time we upload, and we're always there sharing memes and links and fucking jokes and playing video games and stuff. So come hang out. Link is in the description if you want to peep that. Also, if you're just a listener, I broke down, by the way, guys, some of the Spreaker analytics, and a lot of our people download this shit on it. Like Apple Podcasts, like half of them. It's actually pretty surprising. So we might have a
Spotify.
Yeah, it's like we get. It looks like in the last month we had 2,200 downloads or something like that.
Oh,
so
let's go.
And that's like not even a crazy month. So overall, I don't think that Spotify is a good indication. It seems like we have an even bigger audience than we think.
Just part of the equation.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you think about last month, it's probably only 4 episodes, but 2,200 downloads, something like that.
And we probably got about we have 450 subscribers on YouTube. I bet at least maybe like half of those are like YouTube exclusive listeners, and they probably don't download the Spotify stuff. They got YouTube.
Sure. I'm sure there's some people that are doing both. They may be following us on those and it automatically downloads. But like last October 11th, 223 downloads. You know what I mean?
Very nice.
So between this day and September 17th, 2,200 downloads. So guys, we appreciate you listening. So some of them listen on Apple Podcasts, but you can subscribe to us on any app you want. In fact, they give you a breakdown of the sources of the shits, and like of those on October 11th when it was like 200 whatever downloads, 132 of them were from Apple Podcasts and 64 were from Spotify. So a lot of people fuck with the Apple Podcasts. In fact, out of those 2,200 downloads, it was 1,100 of them were Apple Podcasts, and only 800 were Spotify, and we got some Google Podcast listeners too. So you guys can subscribe on any one of those platforms. We upload there every week on Monday.
We're everywhere.
And then if you want to subscribe to our YouTube, like Tony was saying, we have a YouTube. Obviously, we have video episodes every week. Would really appreciate a sub, maybe a like. You don't have to watch it there. You don't even have to watch any of the videos, but a sub and a like. We would appreciate.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Like, share, exactly. You can also follow us on Twitter at Welcome Boke Pod and Instagram at Welcome Boke Podcast to get updates on the podcast every week. And you can also reach out to our Gmail, welcomebokepodcast@gmail.com, with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And links to all of these are, you guessed it, listed in the show description. Gentlemen, we are here.
You're correct.
We're here, and one of us is queer.
That is correct.
And we'll let the audience figure that one out.
We'll let them decide. They get to choose, actually.
Yeah.
They say it's not
Being
a choice,
queer is a
but
choice.
They're going to choose for us.
Right.
Being queer is a choice, just not yours.
That's insensitive. I
It's
apologize.
other people's choice for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because like the queer shit for me, it's like 90% of the time I'm really just fucking with women. But there's like a 15 to 20% time where there's an itch that needs to be scratched. And when I scratch that itch, I'm like good on sex in general for a while. I'm just like, nice. I always have a pretty high drive, but like once I get that out of my system, it's like, all right, I'm vibing for a little while.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
I'm taking a week off. Yeah,
I am chilling. Yeah, but no, it's been a kind of a hectic week for me.
Yeah,
kind of wild. I went to a 30th birthday party.
We're getting there.
Sorry about that.
On Wednesday. It was in Brooklyn, but it was a nice rooftop party. You could see the whole city, and
oh damn,
it was
Very
a
clean.
vibe, man. It was a vibe.
Like a rooftop, like of a
Apartment.
Okay, like a I don't know if it was like a residential or like a penthouse,
but like
type.
a nice apartment with walls. Like,
Oh, okay.
not every apartment has walls. I'm saying the roof had like, it was a furnished kind of official, roof.
Yeah.
Got you.
It was a roof for entertaining.
Mhm.
Couldn't have put it better myself. But
There we go.
That was a good time. That was a really good time.
Did you drink
Saw
a lot?
some friends. I did. I got drunk. The next
I
day I
did do
was
that.
like questioning my whole work life because I'm like, am I really gonna do this job until I die? No, that's obviously not the plan. But even just doing it for the next year or two, it's just like every day, just constantly. Oh my god! So that was fun.
Yeah.
But how was your guys' weeks? Like, what did you do?
Mine was pretty uneventful. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been hitting the gym pretty hard. I hurt my chest, so I can't really lift. So I've just been doing mad cardio, watching some.
You can't lift at all?
I mean, I probably can, but I'm gonna get an X-ray on my chest, hopefully, and kind of see if I have like some deep tear in my pec. Because when I do like some heavy lifting with my chest, like the next day it'll be not feeling right,
Because I would say like you should still do some flex or some like stretching and lightweight stuff with that, just to make sure it doesn't, atrophy.
I mean, I should. I've definitely lost a lot of strength, but I've just been going so hard, just like rotating, just Stairmaster, treadmill, or pushing the sled, and then I've just been going crazy on the abs. So like I've my core strength on abs, like on core strength. My core, nice. I've never had it this strong. You know, I'm doing like 100 like leg ups or whatever. You know, where you're just like on the fucking.
Oh, where you're this shit. Where are you doing this?
Where you're resting your forearms on a thing, and then you're like bringing your legs up.
Oh, just this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just do that 100 times?
Yeah. Just that type
Hell
of shit.
yeah. That's called burn, bro.
Yeah,
for sure.
And dude, it's crazy. Because I know when I first started doing that, it was like hard, and now I'm just like... I'm just like knocking them out. It's crazy.
Dude, I've been doing calf raises and just getting my calves like burning like a molten core.
See,
it's like impossible to walk on them afterwards.
I love doing that too, but now I have the other fucking injury lower down. Kind of, I feel like I'm like constantly just this close to pulling my groin, and I just know that's like the worst pain.
Is it your hamstring?
It's like my inner right thigh kind of just up towards the top, you know, where it kind of comes into the pelvic area. And I just tell
up there.
And if I do something wrong, this is going to be game over.
Yeah. Dude, I've been feeling it.
Why are you so fucked up, Tony?
I just don't stretch enough. I need to do yoga or some shit.
I've been like working on doing mobility and shit because like this, like my back left tricep, like between working out and just like practicing a lot more, because this is my snare arm, like... It's just like been fucking just like angry at me for the past week. Cause dude. And like, cause I'll just like, if I'm sitting at my computer after like a fucking hour, I'll just fucking just stretch for 30 straight minutes.
I think you should go to a physical therapist, Tony. I'm sure you have, but
I want to. I'm going to get my annual checkup and then see if I can get like a recommendation or something from the doctor. So I just had to like,
really should.
I just turned 26.
You do not want to pull your groin.
No,
that is not what you want to do in your 20s.
I'm on my own health insurance now, though, that I'm 26, and I just swapped that over. So
you started your own health insurance company?
I just what? What did you say?
I started my own health insurance company. I'm on my own health insurance now.
I do need to figure this all out because I
started my own firm.
I was on track to getting big. Like I was benching my body weight at 185, and now I'm at like 155. And I can't bench my body weight. So.
Got you.
That's not good. That's a drop of like 40 pounds.
I could not bench my body weight.
No, I would be like, that would be insane if you could do that. Like,
it would be like 280.
Yeah.
I came back from that trip, by the way, and had lost weight somehow.
Me too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that worked.
I weighed myself after the trip and I was like, I weighed 3 pounds less. I was like 152, and it was the most junk food I've eaten like all year. And
like I haven't been dieting for the past 2 weeks, and I think it's just like my habit of just consuming somewhat less. I don't even have to track it anymore. I think it's just kind of keeping me in check. But this weekend, I'm meal prepping this weekend. I'm starting tomorrow. I'm just gonna fully lay it out. I'm going to try and literally prep all my food for the whole week, so I don't even have to worry about breakfast, lunch, dinner, nothing.
Dude, it's the dream, honestly. Like now that like football started, I just throw that on the TV and I meal prep and I just do it while I'm watching that. It takes like an hour and a half, and I have all my lunches for the week. And it's, it's the same food. I'm like able to have that mindset of just being fine with eating the exact same shit every day. It's not as easy for everyone, but if you can do that, I mean,
if I can do that and know that it's fitting in my macros and I'm getting enough protein and calories and if I can, figure out 2 or 3 recipes that would work for that and just rotate that, I could easily do that. I will gladly just first of all, it's just way more convenient, and you don't have to buy food or go get food or fucking even think about it, which sounds like a dream to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, just knowing that your diet is perfect, I think is going to keep me on track and keep me motivated to stick to that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Tony, do you freeze your shits or do you?
No,
you refrigerate those.
I prep them on Sunday, and the last one's still good by Friday. Yeah.
Wow.
Probably not fish, I would assume, right? Or
Yeah, but like
no,
chicken.
well, I've just been doing chicken. It's just chicken and veggies. I even cut out the rice now that I was trying to get carved. Like I wasn't lifting at all. And
just chicken and veggie.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make like fucking Chipotle bowls just to eat every day. Like, that's just what I'm gonna do.
It's literally like $10 worth of chicken and like $5 worth of veggies, and that's lunch the entire week.
And then rice, which grows in the ground.
Well, I haven't been using rice, but I did buy like an insanely huge bag from Costco
for 3 cents.
Well, actually, no. Funny, they didn't remember to scan it when I went last time to pick up that rice, so I got it for free. But it was like $20 worth of rice, and it was like a bag this big.
Velma in that movie? Come on.
I know. It's crazy.
Oh, dude, she's untouchable.
It's too much.
Bazoinkers. That's what I would say when I nut. I would say jinkies when I bust on the
Jinkies.
Sorry. Jinkies. Yo. So, I bought Deathloop.
Ooh,
how is it?
All right.
Yes. And I have played it for 4.5 hours since I bought it yesterday.
Is it tight?
Damn.
It is really fucking good.
Sick.
It is like it is as good as people are saying it is. It really is.
Hell yeah.
It is. I watched the IGN review, not all of it, but just to see kind of where their head was at with it. I mean, because they gave it a 10 out of 10. I'm like, what did they think? And something the reviewer said that really resonated, just in just the way he put it, was it's one of the most confidently designed games ever. Like, it's so confident in every single detail and like aspect of its structure and its game style and it's like even just from like a dialogue, storytelling, world building aspect, it's so confident, but not in like a ooh, isn't this so novel and neat and interesting? It is not like that at all. It throws you right into it, and it doesn't waste time with like over the top like exposition or anything. It is so fluid, and I'm still learning exactly how I'm going to fucking accomplish this game.
Yeah.
Apparently, you have to kill 8 people to break the loop. This island where it loops every day. We've already talked about it, but in order to kill those 8 people, you have to eventually figure out what their personal lives and get them all to kind of come to the same area to kill them to break the loop. And what's really cool about the game is like it starts out with like several tutorial modes, but now it's like you can go to any of the 4 regions on the island that you want now. And you can go at any day, at any time of any day, but it's always it's 4 sections, it's 4 parts of the island at 4 times of day. So you have 16 possible, whatever combinations. And so at each time of day, each part is different. Different shit is there. There's notes that will say, "Hey, I'll have this door open for you this afternoon," so you know to come back that afternoon to that spot. And there's so much scattered, fragmented information that there's never been more of an incentive for you to explore in any game I've ever played. Like Breath of the Wild, fucking Fallout, fucking GTA, like all these have just like a baseline, like, oh, you can just explore. But there's no like driving purpose to your exploration. It's exploration for exploration's sake. You want to see more content, see more of the game, maybe more story. This, it's like you need to explore because you don't even know what the fuck is going on. Because in the beginning, your character just doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Mm-hmm. But you're getting notes from yourself, like memento style, that just like appear in the game, like almost like gold dust that's been handwritten on screen. And like you're going around and like you're like, oh, like what? There's like a safe under this mountain, and it's like I have no idea fucking why. And so you're like, all right. And then the way they manage your information is every time you discover something, if you pick up a piece of paper, if you listen to a recording, you don't have to like meticulously like Skyrim or Fallout or BioShock have to actually read or listen to it. You can, and it's fleshed out and it's super well written and it's like so colorful. That's how they described it on the IGN review. I thought I'm going to crib some of their language because it was good. Very colorful,
steez, dude.
and like, but you don't actually have to read. It'll just automatically add that the actual point of that to a series of discoveries, and you can sort your discoveries by day, by time of day, or by island, or both. And there's like leads, and then you can go look at your documents. So there's like a real RPG element, and they're comparing it to like a Metroidvania thing because you have to explore and then go find something else and then come back. And it's like, what's really cool though is when you enter one section of the island, and you can, if you want to wait from afternoon from the first sections, it goes morning, noon, afternoon, night. If you want to wait from morning to night, you can. You can just click wait until, like, there's like a base, like you have your own base. Mm-hmm. And when you're at your base, you can choose which part of the island you want to go to at which time, and then it just kind of loads in BioShock style, like that world, that part of the world, and then you go out. But like, you have to go chronological. So if you go from so it's like morning, noon, evening, night. If you want to just go to this place at night, you can just wake up that day, skip all the sections of the day, and then just go straight to night, just because you want to explore that place at night. And if you die, the whole day resets. But if you come back to your base, you have like basically a two life meter that basically when you die, it teleports you back to 20, 30 seconds before where you were, and you're invisible for 10 seconds, so you can get you can hide easier, like if you accidentally fuck up an alarm. But you can only do that 2 times, and if you die, the whole day resets. So if you played 4 fucking separate, hour-long sessions in 4 different places and got all this loot and shit, unless it's stuff that you can permanently keep in your base, like information or certain upgrades, you just lose all that shit. You got to go back to the. So there's such a bigger
some stakes,
right? There's such a bigger incentive to be stealthy and conserve your shit, but it also doesn't matter because every time you go to these places, you know where the dope shit is, or you know more shit about it every time. So you don't have to worry. Like, you can die and just restart the day, and then fucking go back there and try it again. But it is also like if at the end of the night, the day does reset though.
That's so nuts.
But it's called getting looped is when you die.
Getting when you die
and you have to restart. Also, it completely surprised me with the gameplay. Like, apart from one crash that happened like after one of the tutorial missions where I had to restart the game runs flawlessly on very high settings.
Hell yeah.
I use a 110 field of view, looks amazing. And on top of that, you have, ADS, obviously. You have a melee, you have grenades, you have a hacking thing. And then you have your weapon wheel. The grenade, by the way, you always have a machete or grenade and like one little like common tier Uzi that you can use.
Hacking at like the beginning, do or
no, it's like you literally you just look at something and you hold down a button and it takes like 5 seconds and you hack it, and there's turrets and security cams and stuff like that. And but there's all other types of things you can hack that can set off a sound or unlock something or it opens a window or whatever. And so you start out with all that shit. But the movement, you have a double jump, you have a sprint, you have a strafe, and ADS on top of that, and the gameplay is very, very smooth. Like, you can obviously perform executions Dishonored style, but you can also just use your machete and just hit someone. And usually when you kill someone with the machete, it goes into an execution style animation anyways, that there's obviously like hundreds of unique different ways for that animation to go about. And you can like kick people off ledges and stuff. And I haven't even gotten to the part where you start getting slabs, which are like powers. I also haven't even unlocked the ability to start retaining my weapons, which is called residuum, which is like residual, like your weapons stay. You can apply that to certain weapons so that they stay. And you see all these like objects around the map where they're like warping in like a purple shaking like vibe, but it'll just be an everyday object. And then you learn later that those are actually the collectibles for this residuum shit that allows you to keep certain weapons in your loadout. So there's just like all this shit going on, and the genuine feeling of discovery and exploration that you feel going through all these things and trying these things and sneaking around and then getting caught and having to fucking run away from 20 people, and there's like like skate music while you're doing that, and then like the brutally like violent like one of your primary guns is a silent nail gun that you hold down to make more powerful, but it's like a pistol, right? But it like when you shoot someone in the head, they like ragdoll and just go like like they fly away. It's like Gary's Mod shit. It's amazing. The ragdolls in this game are amazing. But yeah, I bought it last night and I literally was up past midnight playing it.
Hell yeah, dude.
But are the graphics like, hyper realistic?
Dude.
No? All right, not interested.
It is a gorgeous looking game. Like the design is amazing. Amazing.
I was
blown away by the beginning. I was like, this is like just the art design, just the style is like it's like a 60s retro futurism style.
Mm-hmm.
And the music is like that too.
For sure.
And there's almost like a Squid Game mask kind of vibe because like the main bad guy is like a wolf, like polygonal wolf mask face.
Oh, very Squid Game.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, like this might be the best fucking game like this since the first BioShock. Like this might be better than BioShock Infinite.
No shit.
Ooh.
I'm not even capping.
Of that style game where it's like BioShock, Dishonored, and now
where it's like a stealth RPG shooter almost. What?
With powers and is it the
See, I haven't even gotten to the powers that much, but and there's this whole other aspect. So like there's this girl Juliana, who is one of the, you were on the same team as her, which are like this special ops security people that run this island, who they actually are able to remember that there is a loop, and their brains they don't think they're living every day in amorality. They're amortality, they call it. They actually remember this shit. And so she's the one taunting you and almost guiding you in the beginning. She's your enemy, but she's also, through what she's doing, you're kind of learning what's going on. And you can kill this. If you kill her, she shows up randomly to attack you. You can kill her and get her power, which is like teleporting.
Oh.
But mind you, like when the day resets, you don't have that power anymore unless you somehow can keep it. But if you kill her, like your lives reset too, so you can, I forget what it's called, but it's like it's just basically a 2-chance system. You get 2 chances. You only get 3. If you fuck up the third time, you're dead. But she refills that, and then she also drops powers and stuff. But you can actually have your game set to online mode so that a motherfucker can just hop in your game and try and kill you. And you can also go out and just play as Juliana and try to go into other people's games and grief them and kill them too.
Dark Souls style.
Yeah. It's literally exactly like Dark Souls in that way.
Do you get anything for beating a real person that tries to come in and fuck with you?
I'm not sure yet. Because that would be cool if you did.
Yeah.
It might just be.
It's funny because usually
online bragging rights.
Yeah, usually the reward is just you get to continue playing the game.
Can you lock out people?
It's just like die. Good job.
Do you have to let people in?
No, you can set it to a friends only or a private mode.
Got you.
But she, even in the private mode, will appear in certain parts of the game. I like it. I keep it online. I haven't. No one's come into my game yet, but
you welcome that. You welcome the challenge.
I like the chaos of that.
Challenge.
The chouse, yeah.
Because I want it to be hectic and fun.
Is this full price?
Yeah, man. Just it is. It's 60, but it is like. When you're looking through all the information, you're getting all these clues, like you feel like a fucking badass, like detective fucking like badass, like, and you feel like you're actually figuring something out and shit. And the game is not like overt and annoying about exposition or tutorial type shit at all. It's just, it is a fucking smacker, man. And it's fun. It is fun. Because it was Friday and I was like, I am so bored. Like, I'm crushingly bored right now. I need to do something like
new and fresh.
I'm going to 100% cop that on the sale.
Yeah. Yeah. It's completely worth it. Completely worth it.
Sounds worth the full price. I mean, that sounds really
totally
fleshed
worth,
out.
It's totally worth the full
and original.
Listen. The video games these days, they've cost $60 for the last 15 years. This is worth $60.
Yeah,
this game.
Dude, that's
just the beauty of it, of the design.
That's what I'm finding out about this Tales of Arise game I've been playing, because like I'm starting to hit like the meat of it, like not the meat of it, but like the beginning of the meat of it. Because like JRPGs is always just like you got to get like 12 hours in, and then like 10 to 15 hours in is like when it really starts to like, pick up. Yeah, and like it hit me with the first unskippable cutscene, and I'm just like, oh shit, this is like gonna have a real story and like and all this shit. And I'm just like, oh okay, I should like play this game more because damn, this is gonna actually be pretty sick.
Right.
Because dude just straight up gets beheaded. I'm like, oh shit, let's go.
I love a game, like, I love game stories when, like, games have a unique ability to interwove the very premise of their story with the very premise of the gameplay, which is really dope. And this is something Deathloop has done. And I think that's like storytelling and video gaming at its best, is when, like, you know, you use the actual concept of the gameplay itself as a story thing. And and the voice acting is really good. Like, your main character is a funny motherfucker. Like, he is funny. Like, he's angry and like annoyed because he keeps having to like die and everyone wants to kill him. Like, everyone on the island is looking for you too. That's the other thing. So like, if anyone sees you, you're fucked. But you know, he almost has like a modern kind of like, there's a real natural the dialogue is really natural in this game. It's cool, man. It's I was not like, I knew it was going to be cool and I wanted to get it, but I was like, $60, should I do it? And I'm really glad I did, because I was worried at first because it did crash one time. I'm like, man, if this game where it resets every time you die is going to start crashing on me. Because Garrett Hunter from Mega 64 was saying that his game crashes like every 20 minutes on PS5, which is insane. Yeah, he got a dud PS5 or something.
Yeah, because that game was made for PS5. Like, that's like, it's exclusive to PS5 and PC right now.
Oh, is it?
I don't think it's on Xbox.
Wow,
I could be talking on my ass. Let me check. Deathloop.
I haven't heard of it being played on Xbox, but
oh no, it's not out for. Oh wait, no, this is old as fuck. Timed exclusive. It'll cut. Yeah,
PS5 and Microsoft Windows.
Huh?
Wow. It's PS5 and Microsoft Windows for now. I gotta fucking. There's some of my notes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dub. PS5. Fucking.
Dude has nose hairs.
Dude has nose hairs.
Everybody knows dude has nose hairs.
He's got nose hairs. He's got they're tickling him. Oh fuck. Tony, what have you been playing? Anything?
Just COD, you know. I haven't been gaming a ton, you know. I've been reading a lot of comics, watching shows.
Nice.
It's kind of like, you know, video games, like especially Call of Duty, you know, which doesn't help that I play it a lot, but they, you know, I don't get as good a sleep when I'm just gaming constantly.
Yeah.
It's so much like stimulation. So I'll game on COD for like an hour or two, a few nights a week. But that's been about it for me, you know.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, because it's just like, you know, you'll hit a certain time in the evening where you're just like, all right, if I start, I could start gaming right now if I only played for an hour, but I know that's not going to happen if I start. Like, I'm going to like set a timer for an hour, and then like I'll hit the first hour and I'll be like, Nah, I gotta finish this fight.
Right. I just got started.
Yeah, I gotta finish this fight first, and then fucking 3 hours go by. It's 2 a.m, and you're like, oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I see how this went. I see the mistake I made now.
Mm-hmm.
We're just talking about how like if you hit a certain time of night where like you're like, I could start playing a video game right now. And I could just like play for like an hour, like, just quick sesh, and then it turns into 4 inevitably. Like,
if that game's good, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bro, there's like, I swear there's something in my fucking nose. Get the fuck
You try and pick it with your finger?
You should hit up ear, nose, and throat TikTok doctor.
It was a booger.
Okay.
Save it for later.
Y'all keep talking. Give me a second.
All right. Yeah, you should hit up one of those dudes on TikTok that's ear, nose, and throat specialist, because you'll just be scrolling, and then it's just someone yanking a fucking fat boogie out of a fucking
There's a specialist for everything.
Brain cavity. Oh, I just hit myself on the head pretty hard.
You all right?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, I hope you didn't hurt yourself.
No, I did. I hurt myself today by Johnny Cash.
When Halo comes out, I mean, it's going to be a totally different story. Like, I'm going to probably be on, I mean, especially if you guys are trying to play a bunch, I'll be on as often as you guys are. But, I can't imagine I'll be on any less than 5 nights a week, if not more.
I can't imagine I'll be on any less than every single day.
And then every goddamn night from when I get off work till
fucking waking moment
when I go to
that
bed.
I can.
Because honestly, I don't know. I have my reservations about it, but I saw like a new version of what Valhalla is going to look like, and that shit looks insane. Like someone had a warthog on one of the bases, and they threw a grenade at it, and then they blasted it onto the grav lift. And then they grappled onto it as it exploded, and it literally they rode the flying exploding warthog across the map to the other base. And I was like, well. This shit's gonna be fire. I can't even.
Fire.
Yeah, like, dude. I don't even know how.
Holy goddamn. Yeah, no, I'm ready for that shit. Connor said that there was a fucking Master Chief Collection update or something.
Yeah, I need to get that going because. Oh shit, what's the plan now?
I'm gonna set that up when. I want to set that folks show up when we're done with this, because I got that. I got to update APET. Wow, everything needs to be updated. I haven't played video. I haven't used my fucking PC to game.
Yeah,
just been on the cont.
I need to get my graphics card. Hopefully, I'll get that before year's end.
We'll see. Dude, hit up Micro Center. Just be prepared to spend a pretty penny. Just don't like
500.
Yeah, about 5, 6.
500.
I wouldn't even be surprised if it was like closer to 6, just because they're still kind of inflated, but like you want to get something good. You don't want to get like something bad.
Don't want to get something
about
cheap.
PC. What is that like? There may be an occasional like, oh, you got to update your driver. You got to do this, that, the third. Like a little troubleshooting, okay, and it can be stressful. Or like anxiety. I make it worse than it is because I always get anxious that like my PC's not good enough or it's broken, or because when we put in the motherboard, like one of the screws wasn't there, so there was like a screw missing, so I get worried about that and whatever. But it's like it's just a box sitting on the ground, like
right,
it could be fixed if it needed to be. That's what it is for me. I know at least that if anything happens to this thing, it's just a part.
Yeah,
right.
It's just a part.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like a 57 Chevy. You can open this thing up and do whatever the fuck you want with it. Like
make it better.
A fucking Mac, if that thing stops working, you're under the like, Chinese police state of Apple, where it's like, you can't even, the logic board's not even, you can't even separate the logic board from the fucking hard drive.
Right. It's just you one have to get solid piece.
And it's like they have the shittiest hard drives. They fail all the time.
Yeah.
So they get you to pay for Apple Care and to replace the whole goddamn computer. Thank God my work Mac, I didn't pay for it because I've had to get that thing completely, factory reset almost twice. Oof. And it was I bought it in 2019 MacBook Pro, top tier MacBook Pro, the highest possible graphics card, everything you could possibly have. And it's done that. And I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
If something fucks up, if something breaks, I just buy a new fucking part, and then voila.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about this shit.
That's it.
And that's why, like, the only thing I'm gonna ever continuously buy from Apple is a fucking iPhone.
Yeah.
And
now you don't even have. Remember when I was like stressed about how am I going to transfer this to this? Now you can literally buy a new iPhone, just set it next to your iPhone, and you press the button, and it just transfers it remotely.
Yeah,
It transfers your entire phone over to the new one.
That's
so it's
nuts.
like, I'll never.
Yeah, so cool.
Like, I'll never have to open up this thing, ever again.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
my MacBook lasted for 8 years. I mean, it did me well, but it did die. It just doesn't charge.
Mine from 2012 is still going. 9 years.
That's when I got mine. Yeah.
Like I think I still have my OG MacBook from 2013. I definitely still have it. I don't know if it'll turn on or anything, but
yeah, like it's good for audio, but that's really about it. Just because Apple has a great audio driver, that's the only reason why so many fucking studios use Mac. It's because like it's just fucking flawless. Like video, they've gotten better with, but like my shit can't do video for shit. That's for sure.
Right,
would burn up.
But I guess it's time to start smoking weed. I was gonna clean my nose, but
it's time to start
up on that. So.
Yeah, so I finished Squiddy.
Oh shit! All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you got to this part of the podcast, this is a Squid Game spoiler cast.
It's official.
Yeah. Do not listen further if you have not finished it.
Yeah, don't stop. Stop listening right now.
But yeah, I mean, go away.
Continue.
You finished it, Max, as well.
Continue. Oh yeah, no, we watched it at the same time.
Oh right, yeah, you guys were.
I was on 1.7 of Silly Cybees.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling them now. Silly Cybees.
Silly Cybees.
So the twist, the ultimate twist of the last episode. Mm-hmm. I had a sneaking suspicion because when he walks away from that guy,
you don't see him get shot.
Yeah. Yep. So I was
TV, like, if somebody you don't see somebody gets died, that don't get died.
You don't see somebody gets died. Yeah. I also I knew when they're like pick a partner and you'll team up with them. I was like, oh, they're gonna have to kill each other. Like I knew that was gonna happen. But it's fine.
See, I was in such toddler brain from the shrooms that I was like, no, they're gonna kill them. I thought they were gonna work together. I was like, no, it's so sad.
Dude, did it hit you when they brought back the thing from the beginning of the episode about the Ganbu? And he's like, we're Ganbu.
Oh,
what's mine and yours?
Oh man, that dude needs to be locked up for emotional battery. Oh my god.
Ganbu.
We're Ganbu. He like tricked him. He's like, was it fair when you tricked me out of all my marbles? And he's like,
oh yeah, when he got his ass.
He's like, we're Ganbu, bro.
Courage. I don't got any courage. He turns into the cowardly lion.
No, the show is masterful at like pulling on your heartstrings and building tension and all that, but we cannot give it a full pass for how like fully ass those businnesmen were.
I knew you were
like,
going to say that.
What the fuck were they were like? Oh, it's some sort of bridge. It looks like they'll have to pass. They'll have to walk over it. Or they're like, looks like only number 1 and number 16 are left. You don't really want one, but you don't necessarily want the other.
It's so funny because to me, like it sounds like Elder Scrolls NPC dialogue.
Yeah.
Does anybody else need him?
Ball in a cup.
But to
there's
me,
a ball attached to a string that you have to get into a cup. Yeah,
right. There's such crass, like chauvinistic fucking elites that it worked for me. It was like they're supposed to be annoying, like idiots that say the obvious all the time.
Like, right. And I get that. I get it. Yeah, I get.
And
what
I was
they were
on
trying
shrooms.
to do.
And I was on mushrooms also.
There was like a weird, like it was weird how the whole undercover, like the cop that snuck in, like they reveal who the guy in the black mask is, and then it just seems like that story, like I don't know if they're like setting it up for a season 2 or some shit, but I thought there was gonna be some closure with that storyline, and then I don't know if the guy that was tied up that that he got information from. Like, I guess he was just in that next scene where they're watching the last game. I don't really know. It seemed like
I feel like the function of the detective was to kind of give more insight into the kind of world building. I feel like I don't know if it really had like a dramatic kind of like if it culminated in anything. I feel like it was just kind of to reveal the inner workings of the island, and then also that the guy running it, the front man, was his brother that went missing,
right?
Who I guess was a winner of Squid Game and then became like a
right. I'd like to know how that happened. Right.
Yeah, and so my assumption is that will be probably a season 2 thing. But out of all the writing criticisms of the show that I've heard, because I went on Letterboxd and looked at some of the 1-star reviews, and that one being like where does this that went nowhere for no reason. I do feel like that's kind of true. And then also they all mentioned Hae-suk looked for looked for what the next game was going to be one time and then just didn't try ever again.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that is true.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, all right, yeah, I guess she could have used her thieving skills a little bit more to figure out what's going on. But I tell you, it's like, you're talking about minor shit to me, because it's like,
right. No,
all I want in TV is to feel dumb.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's all I want. Blown. I want to feel dumb. I want you to feel like you've got something over me. And that's how that show felt the whole time. And then I would say the last couple episodes, though, it got to a level of like bleakness and melodrama that I wasn't expecting. Like him going home and literally just silently crawling up next to his dead mother on the floor of their fucking like little apartment. I was like,
the guy hanging himself,
and he's like, yeah that was when it was like, oh, we're going dark now. We're going. Yeah, but it was kind of metal also. It was like how brutal the game was like, no, you're playing against the person you're playing against, bitch. Like,
that was crazy when he
bro
stabbed the knife next to the dude and was like, if we both, he was literally about to give up the money to save that dude. And I was like, wow. And then I don't know how much it makes sense that the dude would just stab himself in the neck.
Yeah,
but I didn't buy that.
Yeah. I was like,
you've given up your whole life. I guess he wants to kill himself because he knows he's gonna die anyways.
Yeah. And he did Ali so dirty, bro.
I think he also hates Gi-hun.
Yeah.
I think he hates Gi-hun and didn't want him to
kill him.
Like, didn't want him to get what he wanted.
Right. Yeah.
And I think he also knew that like Gi-hun's he knew in that moment that he was going to die no matter what, and Gi-hun was going to stop it because Gi-hun's a good person. But because Gi-hun is a good person, if he died, he would only use his money to those that need it. He understood that, I think, in that moment, and that's why he killed himself, to make sure that Gi-hun got that money so that his mom could eventually get it, and so that Homegirl's fucking brother would also get it.
Right.
I think he knew that was going to happen with the money.
He'd rather die than leave broke and nothing change. And
all these people who have died, their families get nothing out of it. Like, yeah, I think...
Yeah. The money would get distributed to the families. That's what they said in the first episode. That if you quit, then all the money would go to the people that have died.
But I think it was only like $100,000 USD per family, which is still a lot, but,
Right, it's not 14 billion or whatever. But
that one, I was like, really? You've done everything in the world to like sell your soul and heart to get to this place, and you're just going to kill yourself? That was me for a second, but it does make sense after a while.
Right, if you talk it out, yeah. But the whole shit where he, I mean, I guess you just gotta write it off as is that his name, Ali, the Pakistani guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah, him trusting Song-woo. He's like, wait, it's not safe to carry your bag around like that. Let me make you a bag out of my shirt and somehow swap in a bag full of pebbles. I don't know. It seemed very contrived to me.
When he gave him the bag and he put it in his hand, I was like, oh
no,
my God.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, when he started talking to Ali about, hey, some people aren't going to have won by this time. They have to pair us up.
It's like, why? Yeah.
I was like, when have they ever been like gracious like that in the, in the past?
I knew he was fucking him over. Like,
when he was saying that, but he was, the thing is the performances were so fucking goddamn good, especially, what's his name again? Sungwoo? Yeah. The guy who played Sungwoo performance, I think he's maybe the best actor in the whole show. I would agree. Guy. You can just tell that guy's like doing art house Korean movies probably. Like that dude's probably like a seriously good actor. But like when he was saying that shit, I was like, wait, this is no, man. I'm like, wait, is he really tricking him? Like I didn't think that Sungwoo was gonna do that. Honestly, I didn't.
That's the point of no return, no redemption for him at that point. He's a bad guy type shit.
But it's also like that episode breaks the viewer. I feel like that episode absolutely breaks the viewer's heart, and for the rest of the show, you're kind of just like you're actually finally there with them in that despair and that desperation. Because you're just like, wow, I have to finish the show, but my life's already over. Yeah, it's like,
exactly.
It's like, but like my heart's already broken, but I have to finish the show.
Yeah, because the glass part is just like reassurance. It's like, oh yeah, no one's making it up. And just be like, there's literally like no one's fucking getting out of here, and you just have to accept it.
Yeah, like literally the point of this is to get 3 to 5 people maybe left so they can play Squid Game at the end. It's like they don't need 18 people.
Dude, the husband that like made it back instead of his wife, and he was like crying about it. I'm like, you realize you could have just sacrificed your, like he willingly chose to kill his wife in that game because you can literally just give the other person your marbles. And he's like,
yeah, I mean that's probably why he killed himself because he thought it was a mistake.
I agree, but I was just like, that's
like, dude, you could have just done that earlier. Let her kill you.
It's just like you. I don't know if they just like played. They agreed to play a game fairly, and whoever lost. But I was like, you're really gonna cry about it?
They flipped a coin. It could have been that that he didn't want to, like, she didn't want to. I don't know. Face the. I don't know. She
didn't want to keep going. Yeah, no, it could have been. It could have been anything. But yeah, it was crazy when the one bitch fucking
when the one bitch
she grabs Doksu and just like
that was so fire. That was so fire. That's my favorite part in the whole show is when he says, "This is hell. There are no rules in hell." That's my favorite part, and he just starts laughing because that was like. That was like the culmination of just the absurdity and everything that the show stands for and what it means. It epitomizes all of that, and and that actor is so fucking good. I love that guy. I follow all these people on Instagram now too.
Yeah,
I follow all of them. They're cute as hell. All of them are so cute. Like they post so much shit. Or such cute shit. It'll be like him with Ali, and they're wearing a baseball cap, and it's just like a friend, it's just like they're all buddies from working on this show, and then now they're all becoming like
A-list,
huge, A-list,
overnight sensations, really.
I mean, they're all gonna have incredible careers. I hope. And the one girl has like probably close to 20 million at this point Instagram followers, and before the show came out, she had not even 500,000.
What's her name? Bjork?
No, or the actor's name is Hyo something.
In the show though, Bjork. It's like Lin Bjork or something. I forget. They say their fucking names so fast. It's like Gi Hyun. They're like Gi-hyun.
Go. Yeah,
I can like barely pick it up.
It's like if we were like Michael.
Right.
It's like Michael.
Michael. Right.
Yeah. Michael Douglas.
Bob Trufant.
My name is Gi-hyun Douglas.
Dude, the back to those businessmen though, when they're like, he's like, I bet on 69. And it's like, oh, if I can't have 69,
then the next best.
might as well have 96.
96.
And they're like, you dog. And I'm like, kill me. Like,
Yeah, and then
What
the
were
part
they-
where
I did like how they did that, where he was like, "Don't do it," and then it like cuts over, and it's the guy like hanging himself.
He's like, no. Yeah, I'm
Right.
like, yeah.
Bro,
Those guys
Ho
were
Young
weird.
Chung, I think her name is pronounced, has 20.7 million followers
get the fuck.
already, and
does
she
she-
had 400,000 when the show came out.
She's the young girl.
She's main girl, best girl.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Main
there's
girl,
two main
best
girls,
girl.
really, right? I mean, there's like
No, there is only one main girl. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
there's two
one main
very
girl.
prominent female characters in the
She
show.
is main girl,
main girl, best
But yeah,
girl.
I get
best girl, Katsuragi, best girl.
that was really sad when the other girl that she played with just like gave up and she's like, I have nothing. And she's like, no, throw the marble at the wall. That was and then you see her just
Yeah,
get her
like-
brains blasted out.
Heavy girl on girl vibes from that vibe. I'm just telling
Absolutely.
you. Which I'm not mad at.
No.
Oh.
No.
Nah. Couldn't be that.
Is there going to be a season 2? Any word on
I
that?
imagine that show, which is the most successful thing that's ever been put on Netflix, will have a season 2 or a follow-up
I
of
imagine.
some kind, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger King has a season 2.
I
Does it?
need
It's coming, I think. Yeah.
I didn't know
Stranger
that.
Things.
Yeah. Dude, Stranger Things got weird in the last season. It was like, I guess it was pretty good still.
It's
I have
pretty
not
good.
seen anything
we
past
got-
season
that
1.
trailer came out, but it didn't come out. did
We
it?
got
I guess because
Hopper
COVID.
in fucking Russia right now. It's done. They finished shooting it. That's for sure.
It's so funny how I met the guy that manages Gaten Matarazzo, and I got so much Stranger Things tea from him about like the actors and stuff. I'm not gonna spell, but
Yeah.
Oh, what?
let's just
Come on,
say
throw a little bit of it.
they all have like
demons.
I
They're
feel
all
like
fucking Drake.
I feel like I would expose him because people could just look up who manages that kid. I just picked my nose hairs. But yeah, they all got problems. Let me just tell you that.
Well, I
Whether it's
imagine.
the parents not giving a shit about them, or them being like insane, or pieces of shit, or whatever.
The unfortunate thing about child
actors.
stars, yeah.
Yeah,
But they're killing it.
Do you know how fucking immature I was at their age? Jesus Christ!
How what they were?
How immature I was at their age?
Oh,
yeah.
In that
I mean,
show? Are you
well,
fucking
they're like
kidding me?
17 now, I guess. But I mean, I guess it was pretty immature then.
But still, you know, growing up through those ages, you know, they started what 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
I think our sophomore year of college, I feel like, is when that came out.
It was something like
2014.
that. And it looked so fucking stupid when it first came out.
So
I
it was a
wanted nothing
while.
to do with it.
Yeah, no,
I
I
was like-
wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. In season
Like,
2, I
wow,
was
thanks
like,
for more 80s nostalgia bullshit.
yeah. Then by season 2, I was like, no, hold on a second, just hold on.
Yeah, I was like, let me
Hold
bip this
on.
real quick.
Hold on a second.
Let's-
Girl has nosebleed like swaff.
Let's skip a Death Grip show to watch this.
We literally
yeah,
did.
let's literally skip out on seeing Death Grips to watch this show. See what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you didn't go to a Death Grip show so you could watch a Netflix
Yeah.
show?
That is correct.
You could watch it
We
anytime.
did.
That is
We did.
correct. We did do that.
Which was
Glad
the
you
right
admitted
choice
that.
I mean,
because
honestly,
it's one of
we also
it's
had to
one of the
drive,
best binges of my life.
Yeah, we would have had to drive like 3 hours. So
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's different.
yeah,
Okay.
one way.
Yeah. No, it wasn't
Yeah,
like
okay.
playing at,
Yeah, it
I
wasn't
thought
like
you were at Max's place and then
like let's just
didn't
stay
go
home
to the-
tonight.
yeah, like instead of go 20 minutes. Yeah, that would have been stupid as fuck. That would have been the
would've been dumb
dumbest
as
thing
hell.
ever. But
Yeah, I'm glad we added that context.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
thank you.
But that was one of the best binges ever, just ripping that show for
Oh,
the first
yeah.
time. It's just entertaining. It's just
Season
entertaining.
1 or
Season 3 wasn't as entertaining though.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I remember
it's a
when it
good
first
setup.
came out being like, oh, it's inspired by 80s movies. Like, oh my God,
Dungeons and Dragons.
suck
Yeah.
my perineum, you fucking loser, dude.
My glands.
Suck my glands. Dude, that Pure movie. Or no, I'm sorry, Cure movie.
Dude,
Tell me about it. I haven't even heard about this.
banger.
Kiyoshi Kurosawa, director from Japan. Japanese
I don't
film.
make film. Okay, I don't make film.
Not
But if I
Akira
did it, I was samurai.
Kurosawa. Kiyoshi
Oh.
Kurosawa, different
Oh,
guy.
different Kurosawa.
Younger guy.
Yes.
Younger Kurosawa.
Got you.
1997, Cure, It's a horror film about basically a killer that hypnotizes their victim and makes them kill themselves or kill someone else.
Yeah.
And usually they mark someone with an X on their like chest. They'll slice open their chest with an X. And it follows a detective trying to figure out who's doing these crimes. And it's just done very sleek. I mean, Japanese cinema is just like, I don't know. Editing in Japan, just from what I've seen, is just so fucking interesting.
The conventions are just insane. Like like that one first scene with his wife that made you like, you know, kind of just like recoil. Like that was such an unsettling cut, and it was just like it was a series of shit. And
I was watching it with Maxwell, and the first part of it, you're like, oh my fucking god, because you're like, oh my god, because it's like a huge story and shocking thing and everything, and you're like, and then it flips it on you, and then it resets it on you, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck? It makes you feel like you hallucinated.
Yeah,
like it
exactly.
makes you feel like you. Because I was high as shit watching with Maxwell.
Me too.
I was
dude.
like, oh man, it fucking jukes you so many times.
Many times.
Is it like a horror movie or is
it's
it
like psychological?
Yeah,
it's a horror film, but it's more psychological.
Thriller.
It's not jumpy. Yeah. It's not like.
But the performances are really good. The killer. The performance from the killer is great.
Yeah.
The cinematography is amazing. I don't even think there's a score. I think it's just like
it's pretty minimal.
Ambient, you know, diegetic sound, like in-film sound. And
dude,
it's
the
like
use of like
the editing is amazing. The camera work is beautiful.
The use of like shadows
anything
and
shot in
shit?
Japan in the 90s. Yeah, the use of shadows huge. The use of like liquids huge.
Yeah, like just generally like just that dream state. Like it's so subtle, and it sneaks in on you. It's so subtle, but it's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's a really, really good film. In fact,
it gets in your head, man.
Another couple of his films this weekend. So we'll talk about that.
Hell yeah, yeah.
I'll report back next epi.
I watched Yojimbo last night. That was awesome,
bro. That's a great movie.
It's a ripper.
Sanjuro is just as good.
I gotta hit that one next.
Yeah, that one's. Oh, it's not just as good as Yojimbo. Yojimbo's like incredible, but it's still super solid.
Yeah.
I love the like when he's up in the tower in Yojimbo, like looking down.
Oh yeah,
at both the clans, and then he comes back down just to fuck with them.
Yeah, exactly. He's like waiting for them to fuck each other up. It's like, come on.
Tony. It's this movie about a samurai. It's from the 60s. The actual Kurosawa. Well, not actual. There's no actual. But the other,
real one true and only Kurosawa.
The more notable
that I pray to.
Kira Kurosawa. And it's basically about a Ronin that comes into a little town where there's like a dispute over like a gambling clan versus another. Isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Max, something like that?
Yeah.
And he just comes to town and like lives with the local shopkeep. And he tells him about what's going on. It's literally a fistful of dollars. Have you ever seen that Clint Eastwood movie? So he basically comes to a town. There's two people beefing with each other. So he just like gets hired from one side, and then just goes to the other side and is like, they paid me this much. How much do you want to pay me?
He plays both sides.
He plays both sides, and it's badass. And there's just badassery going on.
Yeah, and his whole motivation is just because it's funny. More or less. Yeah. It's just because he wanted to watch it happen.
Just for
He's
kicks.
like, let me just bop this town real quick.
There's no horse in this race. He's just like, let me just see if I can make some coin real quick and fuck with these guys.
He hits that lick for sure.
It's the Wild West in Japan.
Yojimbo's also very fire.
Got you.
The Wild West in Japan.
Fuegarstein.
The Wild East.
The Wild East. The Wild East.
The mild East. The chill East.
Yeah, you guys listen to this Young Thug album? I have not yet.
Me neither.
I haven't heard about it.
I'm talking about it right now.
I don't really like the album cover I thought
Let me see
I thought
this.
the last one was good, just for fun. I thought that was like a perfect album with like actual kind of a dedicated sound.
Mm.
Yeah, it's I think it's called Pink, isn't it? Or is
Punk.
it stylized
Pink?
as Punk?
It's called Punk.
It's called Punk.
Yeah, but it
So we
is
changed
pink.
it. I'm so confused. It's called. He changed the name of it to Punk. It was called Pink before.
Huh. Maybe it was just a.
Oh, I don't
bizarre.
know. This looks pretty trippy to me. I mean, I don't know if I'm looking at the cover.
Oh shit!
That is the cover, but I mean, it's just like
it's like a Tool album.
It's on some. Yeah, it's I don't know if it's even on that level. I feel like it's just on some like Reddit shit, like I'm 14 and this is deep type shit. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's definitely trippy.
It's like they're like people.
Yeah, I don't even know, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's trippy as balls.
I gotta actually give it a real listen, but I don't know if I really like, have the patience to, because this doesn't. It just looks like a pretty just random ass album, but he makes. I mean, So Much Fun was really good. Just for fun, so much fun. Slam Language 2 was all right, so I'll skim through it at some point, probably.
I'll slim through it.
Yeah.
What else?
Check it out.
What else has come out?
You know, they are friends.
I've probably touched there's a hair either on my mustache or my nose that's tickling the inside of my nostril that I've been just trying to fucking just stop that sensation for the whole episode. So I've probably touched my nose like 1,000,000 times this episode and picked my nose on camera like 5 or 6 times. So.
Very sick.
Just cut to me anytime you do that.
But
Just
I
show my
don't
face
have
for no reason.
patience to sit here and watch myself the whole episode. Why just
You have to.
cut
Or
around
else
that?
people know that you pick your nose.
So what?
You're,
Suck my dick.
you're gonna have to cut this out too, because I'm saying it right now.
I don't do it in a graphic, disgusting way. It's just like
You
a lot
can
of
zoom in anytime that you're picking your nose, like times 100.
You drop this picture in there. Yeah, it's like fucking. It's like there's white snakes. Like he's wearing his furry, pullover.
Well, it's like, look at the noses and the eyes. Those are like people sitting. There's like a dude playing
him sitting. Those
the
are
nosers'
two of him
eyes.
sitting.
Or yeah, but
And
like
he's
it's making
playing
his
like
face.
He's playing like a guitar, but there's a Cupid arrow in the strings of the guitar. Like this is just I don't know. It doesn't look super legible. And then there's like a light coming from the middle, but it's just kind of coming from nowhere. And then there's like that big pool in the middle that I just don't even see what's in that. Like, what is that even? Is that just semen? Is that just a pool of water? You can't really see the reflection. It just looks like a big like precursor orb.
Pool of semen.
So, anyways, that's my artistic critique.
Smurf juice.
Thugger.
Yeah. Last thing I just wanted to mention is that there's a ton of strikes going on, which is cool.
Yeah. Very
Fuck
sick.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because they're all lazy. That's why. They're all lazy
and entitled.
No, it's because like we just went through a crisis that exposed how much companies aren't going to be there for their employees in any way, and they're reaping what they sow. So
yeah,
I hope to a degree they do.
Yup.
So we'll see.
You gotta fix it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta fix it.
But yeah, just not off the top of my head, but John Deere Factory going on strike. The IATSE Film and TV Union is going on strike, which is crazy. And then there's also Kaiser Permanente faces strike votes in California and Oregon. 24,000 nurses and other healthcare workers threatening to walk out over pay and work conditions due to COVID.
Facts.
Pretty crazy.
It's funny that that's basically like film crews and TV crews going on strike, right? That second one.
Yeah.
And I was like hearing some stuff about this, and it's just funny because like it sounds like their working conditions are so bad, like they have to work insanely long days and have less than 8 hours off before their next shift, stuff like that. But it's just funny because so much of what comes out is bad. that it's like
that's the best part of it. Really, is that like it's just shit. It's just bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bullshit.
The most content, and they're like putting so much money and effort into it, and it's just coming out just like flat, and they're seeing
probably
diminishing
the worst
returns.
time in history for popular film. Movies. Probably
I
the
would say
worst
so.
time.
Like it's
funny, like
brutal.
Looking at like the new Star Wars trilogy, it made less money each time, and the last one made like $1 billion, which is like it's a lot, obviously, but like that's what like fucking Ant-Man's making or something.
Yeah, like these are
like
supposed to be events.
Black Panther made a lot actually.
It's like
that's like Venom or whatever.
Yes, like Star Wars films should be up there, like default, like top 50.
The first one made like $2.5 billion,
right?
And then it was like $1.5 billion, and the last one, people were just like, "This is okay. We hate this." And now I think
it's like you showed us that you don't make it really that exciting for the first two. Okay,
I know, but
and I also have to say, by the way, there are these sickening fucking creatures in the world called people that like The Last Jedi. And I just got to be honest, like, you are fundamentally a blind person when it comes to like anything. It's like there's something deeply antithetical about you to me. You are so the opposite of me. It's absurd. Like, how could you possibly watch that and derive any enjoyment at all from it, or think anything about it was good? Like, Tony, you and I called that movie bad walking out of it.
Yeah, no, I in the seat was like, I hate this. Like, probably like
I hate this
before it was over.
I think we even probably like looked over at each other while the movie was still going on and be like, this sucks. I think that probably happened, right?
Yeah, no, and I remember just as well you looking over at me like halfway into The Last Jedi and be like, this is like better. They're like, this is at
Skywalker.
Least like,
you're saying Rise of Skywalker.
The third one.
Super unmemorable names, by the way.
Yeah.
Force Awakens, Skywalker, Jedi. It's like, what?
Just kind of looking over at each other, like, what the fuck's going on here?
It's like the first one is Star Wars. The second one is Empire Strikes Back. The third one is The Return of the Jedi. And then
these new ones, just dilutes it now.
It's like
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. It's like no one knows what a Jedi is, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
it's the last one.
No one knows what the fuck you're talking about. It's the last of the Jedi.
The Force, the Last of the Jedi.
No one's ever heard of the word Jedi.
Misjudged and made fun of.
the black sheep Jedi is always judged.
The Last Jedi is always judged and made fun of.
The Last Jedi is always judged and made fun of. But it's usually the one that sees through everybody's bullshit.
That's Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, man.
That's my impression.
Imagine like losing years off your life working on The Last Jedi because conditions are bad.
Mm-hmm. And it makes it even funnier that like there were plans for him to have his own trilogy and shit, and they had like 20 shows lined up, and they're just like, okay, we got to put a halt on this.
Yeah, we gotta.
You made a pile of shit, dude. Like, what do you like? Ryan Johnson. Like, Looper is such a fluke. Looper is an incredible movie. I love Looper.
Looper
even though dude
Bruce
looks like crazy with the makeup, I love Looper. Yeah. It's such a weird movie. In fact, Deathloop is definitely inspired by Looper to a degree.
Oh yeah,
because of the idea of it, just whatever.
Pip Chronicles finished.
But yeah, dude, shit is absolutely crazy.
Yes.
He's terrible at making movies. It's crazy. His scripts are so fucking bad.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's like a first draft of a script, and he just shoots on that. It's just so terrible, dude. Knives Out is such a fucking awful movie. It's entertaining. It's entertaining enough to get you through it, but like there were so many points in that movie. I'm like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of or seen.
Yeah, it just
I kind of figured out who was gonna be. I feel like too. That was the killer in that movie pretty well.
Yeah,
before
because they
it
kind of
was
just
revealed.
tell you halfway through, and then they're like, "But maybe he's not," and it's like,
Yeah.
"No, he is." It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like he totally, yeah.
So, like, go
Yeah,
off your
there's-
point, because like
there's
you say you want to watch a movie to feel dumb, and like
Right.
that movie doesn't make you feel dumb. It makes you feel insulted because you're just like, you think
Yeah.
this is gonna make me feel dumb, but
yeah,
you're,
it's like, bro, you don't give that vibe at all.
You're not
In
clever.
fact, it's the opposite vibe. You're giving off the vibe that you don't know what you're doing.
yeah, like you're
don't
you're
know where
trying
you're
so
going.
hard. Yeah,
Like I can. If you make me feel dumb, I can entertain all this bullshit setup and weird
But he didn't
indulgent
write.
shit, but it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere.
If it's not his screenplay, though,
Gotta
can he
be
really
his.
be?
It's his bullshit writing.
He's the director, right?
No, he wrote it. Yeah, he wrote
He
it.
did.
I do declare.
That's his style of writing. It's this bullshit trying to be smart writing. He's a fucking
Gotcha.
terrible director. Looper is literally a flute. It's crazy.
Wait, he did Looper?
Yeah, he did Looper.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, he did.
That's what he,
That's
okay.
why I liked him when he first came out. I'm like,
Gotcha.
dude, Ryan Johnson's sick. I can't wait to see what he does. And every fucking thing he's put out has been like, okay. He did write really good Breaking Bad episodes, though.
Oh yeah, he had a
Yeah.
couple.
He wrote some of the best Breaking Bad episodes. But
Didn't
also
Tragic.
that's not crazy because you get some incredible characters to work with when you just write a Breaking Bad episode.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Vince Gilligan did all the work for you, so I'm not
Pretty
giving him
much.
that much credit.
yeah, and you have Bryan Cranston, so it's just like
Yeah.
cheat code.
Brandy Cranny.
Brandy Cranny.
Brian Creaney.
Brandy Cranny.
For those of you that have seen Breaking Bad, all I gotta say to you is garage door scene, and you know what I'm fucking talking about. And that's one of my favorite moments in the whole show.
Oh my god.
That's all I gotta say. Garage door. Period.
My friend,
Dude.
my friend was like, "Bro, I'm starting Breaking Bad for the 8th time." I'm like, "Jesus Christ, bro, that's."
Do you know that's like you're getting on some Office Parks and Rec normie levels
Yeah.
with that shit. I'm watching Breaking Bad for the 8th time. It's like, if you haven't seen The Sopranos, I'm sending SWAT to your house right now.
Yeah, I like was close to starting
I've
Breaking Bad again, and I was
seen
like,
the-
no,
every
I just
episode.
gotta watch Sopranos. I
Right.
gotta do that.
How many times have you seen Breaking Bad? It's got to be 3, right?
Me? 3, yeah. 3 or
Yeah.
4. No, 2 or 3. Definitely not 4.
Mm-hmm. I might
I've seen
restart
it once.
Sopranos again at some point, but I think I might wait for 5 more years and then give it another.
Yeah.
you know.
Sopranos is
it's
like
good, but I want to forget some of it.
it's like a video game for me. I gotta I have to be able to watch like fucking 4 or 5 episodes in a row. I can't just be like, all right,
Right.
I'm gonna watch a single episode right now.
I didn't know you had started it. How far are you into it?
I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in, not very far at
I
all.
thought you were about to say seasons.
No.
I'm like, oh, shit.
No.
I didn't know this.
I it's like
Um,
I can't get myself to start it, but I can definitely get myself to keep watching it. It's kind of one of those vibes.
Dude, it's one of those shows that I watched the first 4 seasons and then stopped for 2 years and then watched the last 2 seasons.
I see it.
Because
I bet.
it'll do that too. Trish did the same thing. She watched a ton of it and then stopped and hasn't finished it yet.
Yeah.
Did you watch the new movie, Saints of Newark?
I did.
or
I think I
something?
talked about it on here, right?
No, we didn't talk
Oh,
about it. at all.
I did
Maybe.
see it, and it was very bad. There's big Sopranos
Yeah.
spoilers in that movie.
Oh, yeah, we
so I
mentioned
watched that before.
It was bad though.
Very bad. Yeah, not good.
the
The plots
trailer,
went nowhere, and it was total fan service. It was like, David Chase wrote this? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life from you. Good God.
Tragic.
Yeah, I've never seen an episode of Sopranos, but the first time I saw that trailer, it was really off-putting. So, but I don't know nothing. Did it feel like a fucking? Did it have the same tone as the show at all?
It was just a series of plot points that would develop and then end abruptly. and some of them would interweave with stories that were told on the show or places and people and settings that were part of the show. But that was it. And there was just one hot girl who got fucked literally 5 times in the movie. The same hot girl gets fucked 5 times in the movie. That's what I thought it was with 5 different guys. That's what I thought was so funny. It was this movie's so horny. It's just this sexy girl just getting fucked. And it's not even oh, you see her go close the door with a guy in it and she's fucking him. It's no, you're watching her get fucked 5 different times.
Cool.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Maybe I'll have to peek.
But some of the violence and some of the crazier moments were funny. But it was garbage. It was
It
garbage.
was entertaining.
It was
even.
entertaining enough that I watched it high while talking over it and I got through one sitting. That's as entertaining as it was. I would never watch it again. Maybe I'd watch it again, just if I was really in the mood to like really catch all the bullshit in it, because there's a lot that happened. But yeah, but yeah, man, that's a great show though.
Yeah,
Really a great show. It does divot for me a little bit. It feels like the overall plot, like people come into the show well into the series, and it kind of adds this thing where it's like, well, no, I don't want this change. Like sometimes there's changes in the show that I'm like, oh no, this is like a distraction. I don't whatever, but it all eventually kind of it all fits. It's all good. It's all good.
You didn't see the new Bond, right?
The new James
Bond.
No, I didn't. I had to really process what you said there for a second.
The new Bond.
The new James Bond.
New James
no, I haven't,
Bond.
but I'll definitely watch it at some point.
I've heard like mixed things about it, so I don't know.
I haven't seen any good reviews from it. Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mixed.
Reviews. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Chris
those
Gore
Bond
said it
movies.
was good. And
Chris
I like
who?
Chris Gore. You ever seen videos by him? He was on Attack of the Show a little bit.
Oh yeah, Chris
but
Gore.
The fucking
Tuesday?
YouTube algo,
Yes.
it's been pushing his videos, which are like commentary on film, and I'm like, this guy's onto something.
I loved him on Attack of the Show.
Yeah, I know he's cool. He's got good commentary about the state of like film
It's got
today
good
and stuff like that.
opinions
You know,
about things.
you know.
Sorry.
He's Chris
like
Gore's
what he
top
has to
10
say.
movies of all time, unofficial. I'm excited. I'm gonna go back and watch that and see what he
Save
thinks.
that for in the watch later playlist.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually,
Absolutely.
Want to read a question?
yeah, we should. We got a couple. Let's see. I'll start from the top here. We'll do the oldest one. Because we have a lot actually we haven't even touched. This is from Andrew. What's up, dudes? First and foremost, love the pod. Kind of weird that I don't know you guys at all, but it feels like I'm hanging with the homies every time I watch you guys. Anyway, I have a question. What do you guys do or try to do to keep your relationships fun and exciting? I feel like it's easy to fall into lazy habits with the lady, i.e. watching TV, eating trash all weekend. And I'm noticing those habits make it easier to be annoyed with each other or fight about dumb shit. Do you have any experience with this kind of thing? Appreciate any advice. I would definitely say both parties have to feel engaged, excited, and constantly like they're putting effort into keeping the relationship exciting and active, productive, like doing new things, trying new things, like in my opinion, that's what I think, because you are right. I agree with that, with the question. I think that if you just do the same shit, get in a routine, and you're just a automaton that offers absolutely nothing to your partner, almost like you're a robot that lives with them and there's no point for you to exist in their life, like at all, like you offer absolutely nothing in any aspect, then yeah, I think you're going to cause more fights. I think you're going to cause tension. And I think it'll bum out that partner if that's how you act. But yeah, no, I think my advice is, talk about that. Talk about your intention to do that. Even if you don't do it, if you say, I want us to do more of these things, if your life is busy and crazy and whatever, at least there's that you're syncing up with and you're checking in on each other.
Yeah.
You're talking about what you
Communication.
want. You're expressing what you need and what you want
Yeah.
and what you hope for. The more you do that, the better. And honestly, I feel like the more you do that with your partner, the more they'll do it back with you.
Yeah.
So.
Communicate as things happen too. Like I can't stress that enough. It's just like if you're like getting
Don't let 'em
annoyed,
boil.
yeah, like don't let the shit just simmer. Like even if it's just little shit, it's like that's really the thing. It's just like because the little shit adds up, and it's just like if you're annoyed or like you're not like engaging with your partner enough, it's just like, and like one of you is like not chill with that, and the other one just is kind of like fine with that. Then yeah, like address that kind of shit because it's like it's one thing if you're like, oh, it's like, yo, are we in a rut or do we just like not going out? It's just like that's a whole other thing because like that you can vibe with that for sure.
Address it.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, are we just like not going out because we're fucking bored of each other, or are we just not going out because we just don't like going out? It's like yeah, because there's a distinction to be made there. Yeah,
and it's like I think like yeah, I mean it's just like if you say things within the context of how they make you feel, not as an attack, not as like you do this, you do that. Although I'm being hypocritical because I definitely do that. But I'm also I'm like that if I've already described how it makes me feel and you're still doing it, then I'm just going to tell you you're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say you're doing this again.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Like then I'm going to take it there. But if you lead with, it stresses me out when we're doing this. This, honestly, I've been anxious about this. Yeah. This worries me. I'm insecure about this. Say that. Say, I'm insecure about this.
Yeah. Tell
your partner what you're insecure about.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anyone you're going to tell your insecurities to, it should be your close partner.
Yeah.
And be like, this makes me insecure. I'm sorry. I react strongly this way because I'm insecure about this. And that's also being in touch with yourself.
Yes.
Therapy helps.
Big part of that.
But yeah, it's like you need to lead with emotional context as to what you're saying.
Yeah. And also sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, and just don't allow yourself to like project anything that's like a shortcoming of yourself. And this is kind of like going deeper than just like keeping things fresh or whatever. But like, remember, you have a life to live. So like, obviously level of responsibility is going to vary. That's a big thing to keep in touch with, is just like assessing like the responsibility that you have with your partner, like whether it be like, living together, paying bills together, like doing, like having obligations together, like you work together, maybe, I don't know, like shit where it's just like, there's like a baseline of like shit that you need to make sure is taken care of. And then there's shit that you pursue in your own time, because you can't lose sight of like the shit that you do in your own time. And the shit that you make time for yourself, because, you can also begin to kind of feel that like stagnation of just like, oh, like I feel like we're just kind of boring each other, or we're like burning each other out. It's like, yeah, probably because like you guys maybe like after a little while kind of lose touch of like what you do in your own free time, and like hang out with your friends by yourself, like, going out and doing shit that you solely engage with yourself, whether it be like go to the gym by yourself, or like fucking, just do shit that like, fucking fulfills you outside of the relationship.
Yeah, that's also important too.
Yeah.
If you're just, bipping and bopping, then yeah.
Which, I mean, that's just the
find
cornerstone.
Happiness from within yourself, not rely on other people.
Yeah, which is the thing that everyone says before you get into a relationship, because a lot of people that like look for relationships are just like trying to avoid the figuring their own shit out.
Yes,
but like I don't think it's talked about. I don't think it's talked about enough that like you
really need to talk about about that issue.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, just don't lose sight of yourself, because that's also a thing that kind of, I don't think people like confront soon enough. People meeting me.
I'm talking about myself.
I'm talking about myself.
Okay. That was a good question. We appreciate you, whoever that was. I forget. I said the name.
Friend.
Anyways, we got another question here. This is from Seth. Hey guys, you talk a lot about movies, TV shows, and video games in the podcast. I was wondering if any of you ever tried your hand at writing short stories, screenplays, etc. And if not, what could you see yourself writing about? That's a great question. Do we write?
I don't.
I mean, I've been. You write music.
No. Those don't fall under TV
you plot out
videos, TV movies, video games.
Oh,
Yeah.
He writes drum parts for.
I write
songs.
drums.
Yeah.
I write drum.
I write drum.
I drum play.
I write the drum.
I'll play
it. I write the drums. I'm a drum writer.
I've been reading a lot of comics, and I'm like, damn, it would be really cool to make, graphic novels and stuff like that, because that was always a dream of mine growing up. Because I read a lot back then. I kind of fell off during college, and but yeah, you guys ever want to team up for that? Let me know. I'll draw that shit.
Dude, yeah, I've always kept that in my mind, man. I've always kept the possibility of us making a comic book in my mind.
I've been picking the pencil back up. I'm like, I can't let this talent go to waste. So
no, bro, you should be treating it like you work out.
No, I know.
It's like, this is great, but this is your real gift. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right, like an hour.
Drew was drawing Optimus Prime in a fucking piece of loose leaf. but not Optimus Prime, like the Michael Bay Optimus Prime with all the blades and shit and gears and shit. Like as a 7th grader was drawing that on pieces of loose leaf. So
that's true.
Yeah, that's his gift. Yeah, and I write. I should be writing a lot more because I'm
passionate
about writing, and I like writing. But I don't do it enough. But when I do it, I like it. So,
when I do,
I don't like writing. No one really likes writing, but I like things I write. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Right. We already probably read this one. This is like 100th episode celebration one. We're good. Let's say, hey, Connor, Max, and Tony. This is from Sam. This was the guy that said that. I think we read this guy like two or three episodes ago when we were in the practice space. This was that guy who was like, "Oh, I love you guys." Hey, Connor, Max, and Tony, please talk about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I think we already did. I watched it last week, and I think it's one of the goofiest piece of shit movies I've seen in a while. I hate that Venom is like a cheeky, sarcastic character. Shouldn't he be kind of scary? Anyways, I'd love to hear what you dudes think of it. It's also funny that Andy Serkis directed it. Stick to mocap, pal. Side note, I also watched 007, No Time to Die. Thought it was great and thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for responding. Keep up the good work, fellas. From Sam.
When can we eat someone?
Right. I think they leaned a little too heavy into that stuff. Like it was a little heavy-handed.
Then I wanted to eat the child.
Right. It's hard to understand sometimes.
Stick to mocap, buddy.
Got him, bro.
Oh, you got him. Andy Serkis is wildly talented.
I think the worst part of that movie was Woody Harrelson, though. Easily.
I'm Carnage. I'm Carnage. That's what I'm just imagining you talking. Listen here, I am Carnage. Something like that. I don't know.
It was probably I don't even know. The superhero movie game this year has been milquetoast. It's been Black Widow,
I'm hoping
Shang-Chi, and Venom so far. I mean, yeah, the Eternals, I don't know. I've heard insider news that it's terrible.
Really? I mean, it probably will be. It probably fucking will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There does not seem like there's any story. It seems like people are lasering people on the beach. That's what it seems like is the only thing is heroes hanging out on a beach.
Super colorful,
getting lasered,
but somehow completely gray.
Completely desaturated. This is another question. Serious Q. This is Jack McDonough. Hi guys. Oh, I read his whole name. I don't usually do that. But anyways,
bleep it out.
Sending his whole motherfucking name. And he signed off with his whole motherfucking name, so fuck it. Hi guys, as of today, October 12th, so 4 days ago, I am 1 week sober from alcohol and weed. Have y'all ever felt the addictiveness of weed? Or have had any trouble managing your consumption?
First
I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts because I had always been told weed wasn't addictive, and maybe it's just me. but that wasn't true. Much love, Jack McDonough. Weed is not addictive. It's just tight.
Yeah.
You want to do it a lot.
I have noticed that if I like go late into the day without smoking, I'm like more irritable, and I do have trouble sleeping. So it's like it is affecting my brain chemistry. I will concede to that. Addictive, I don't know, because I've definitely like, I mean, it's different person to person, but
I've never known someone to break into someone's house or rob somebody just to smoke weed.
right. Like I never fiend for it. Let me put it that way.
That's what I'm trying to. That's the distinction I'm trying to make. But I'm not some like legalize it motherfucker that's trying to defend weed. I mean, I am trying to legalize it because of the prison industrial complex, but and also it should just be weed. I mean, legal.
It should just be weed. Legal. It's the weeds for the people. People's weed.
It should be weed. Oh god damn. Oh god. Dude, I haven't cleaned that shit. That thing gets dirty too fast, man. I can't clean it well enough to get it clean. But anyways,
on the drinking thing, if I don't drink at all except for when I come back and party with everyone in St. Louis, like when I was back with you chilling a few weeks ago, but I haven't drank since, and I can attest to like, oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Tony was like on a quad fade the entire trip and was hardly fucking alive. He's like, yeah, dude, I just eat grass and beans when I'm hanging out normally, and then I come back to St. Louis and drink 3 people's worth of alcohol and eat high carb foods, and I'll stay awake.
I'll be fine.
I'll be alive and feel good. It's like you weigh 150 pounds, dude. You have like a 5th grader's body size, man. You kidding me?
Oh, you're killing it.
You're gonna die.
Yeah,
you're gonna die.
I'm with our plan for Christmas.
But yeah, congratulations, Jack, on that. It's just funny because I'm looking at the picture he sent me. And it looks like a baby, like a child. Like he's the youngest looking guy I've ever seen. He's like, and he looks like a pretty innocent guy. So saying I just cut off weed and alcohol, it's like, damn, is it? Do you just start doing it or something? But seriously though, congratulations on that. Just keep up with it.
If you think, yeah, definitely.
If you're gonna, by the way, do one of those things, just do weed. Don't prick up the alcohol again. If you had to quit the alcohol, just don't pick that one up again.
Because like
I don't know if it's like it also is like a financial thing. Like if you don't have like
money for weed,
money to spare, then you don't have money to be blowing on booze and weed.
And
I did desperate things for weed money in college, though. I will say that.
Yeah. And
it's college though.
I didn't suck dick or anything, but
here's the other thing about alcohol is like I don't like it. It's insane, especially in like the United States society, how much your health will benefit from not having alcohol in it daily. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like how many people drink on the day. Granted, I smoke weed every fucking day, so I'm like, that's that. But like, it's not involved in my digestive process, and it's just like, so like it, it fucks up things here and there. But like, I feel like daily alcohol consumption is not a sustainable long-term habit in any capacity.
Your brain will get damaged by smoking weed for a long time.
Absolutely.
I don't really give a shit about that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, oh well.
Oh no, I'll be slightly dumber and worried less. Oh, I want to be smarter. I want to be as smart and thinky as I possibly can. It's like,
yeah.
No.
I hope. My hope
dumb
is that
this
someday,
little brain down.
Someday in the future, I'd like it if edibles became either so cheap or I became rich enough, I guess, to where that could be like I could just have those all the time, and that way I could cut out any sort of like
so rich. Everything you eat is an edible. All the time.
I'm just saying,
just eating like a duck, a roasted duck.
I'm just saying that way 90% of
eggs and bacon in the morning, like starting on my day right with some THC eggs, some THC oatmeal, some THC bacon,
GMOs,
and
bro.
a couple of THC bananas just to top it off.
So a fucking 16 ounce of
and you just go to work
THC OJ.
What? like, Tony, you're the wrong desk. Like, this isn't my computer. I'm gonna have a snack. This is a 500 milligram protein bar, real quick.
Wow, that's a lot of protein. Yeah, no, that's not 500 milligrams of protein.
It's like, that's not that much protein. Shut up.
That's a lot of protein.
Milligrams?
Or no, 5.
That's a half a gram of protein.
Okay, yeah, I guess
I was saying 500 milligrams of THC.
Milligrams,
Imagine taking 50 grams of THC.
No. Not.
No. How about you don't?
That about to be as close to death as you can get. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you would. Your body would be high for a month straight. There was. Remember we watched that video, the biggest dabs on YouTube, and there was the one guy with like a beard and long hair and overalls who did like a 36 gram like snake. And he's like, when you do that, the resin settles in your lungs and it burns through over the course of days. So for days, I'm just gone.
My God.
He's like, so for days, I just don't feel anything. I'm just gone.
But it does make me feel good. Like some people have asked me, well, is there a difference between a 1 gram dab and a 14 gram dab? And I will say, yes, it is. And it's not just a high. It is, whenever I breathe all that in, my lungs actually get heavy from reclaiming. And it literally, over the next couple of days, it saturates into my body, and I'm painless.
So he has literally like a pool of weed resin on his fucking lungs. So he continues to absorb THC over the course of like 3 days. So he just stays high for 3 days.
Doesn't make sense.
That's what he said. He goes, I'm high for days. When I do this, I'm high for days. It's just so absurd.
That's such a great thing to do to yourself.
Yeah, literally the greatest.
Oh my God.
Oh, what an episode this has been, gentlemen. Nearly 2 hours. Nothing but woke and boke goodness. We hope you guys
2 hours
enjoyed. Yeah, I'm going to edit
fatty.
this. Shorty got the fatty.
She got a blue thing.
Yeah. Shorty got the fatty.
Shorty got the fatty.
Yeah, man, I'm about to clean the fuck out of my apartment, though. I'll tell you that much
Let's
now,
go.
mister.
Nice.
Let's go.
But ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a great week. Hope your Monday was swell. And hope your general week is going great if you're listening to this over the course of it. Hang in there, and you will have another episode of Woke and Boke next week. Gentlemen, this was
damn straight
a pleasure and a half.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
A pleasure times 2 almost.
Yes.
Times does.
Crazy. 1 point.
I guess we'll just do this again next week.
I fucking guess, dude.
Sounds good.
What up?
Sounds fucking fun.
Fucking
All right.
fun. Fuck.
This is Woke and Boke forever, motherfuckers. Talk shit, get shot. Peace.